Well, good morning. Heading off down to check the Haki before breakfast. A bit like a kid at Christmas. Quite excited actually. Not overly optimistic. I think my design, the more I think about it, it's got a few little flaws. I'm probably going to have to modify it a bit. But having said that, you just never know, eh? Hopefully, I'd like to get one at least in there. Anyway, I'll check it quickly and we might come back and get the fire going, cook the last of our goat meat. It's actually getting quite slimy and green in this warm, wet weather we've been getting. It's terrible for keeping meat. So it's probably going to be my last feed. We'd probably stretch the last bit maybe to lunch, but I'll just, if there's nothing in the trap, we'll just bring a hand line down and we'll find an eel to eat today. Won't be hard to get one on a hand line, but part of the challenge was to make the Haki and try and get that one that way, so hopefully it's worked out. Anyway, better go the right track. We'll be there shortly. We'll have a look. Well, there she is, still on the river behind me. I can still see that big eel swimming around outside, so obviously that wasn't brave enough to try and squeeze through my little trap entrance, so hopefully there's something smaller inside, and hopefully that big one hasn't scared all the little ones away. That's always been my worry. Anyway, I'm going to haul it up now and we'll see what we've got. No luck, eh? I can't help but think that big eel's just protecting that fish carcass and not letting anything else near it. Yeah, I might just have to try a different spot, which is a bit of a bugger because it means pulling it apart and lugging it around with a pack again. It's quite awkward. Anyway, we might have to do that later on. Well, there's the eel bait. I'm going to set it out here in the current, see if I can't draw an eel out of this pool. If something comes up into here, we'll put a line in there with a hook on it. Well, I've moved back down to the Haki pool. So I never saw an eel on the other pool. I gave it half an hour, nothing turned up. So either the scent wasn't getting into where the eels were, current was a bit funny there, it was a bit awkward to get the scent right through the whole pool, or they don't like my goat meat, or there was no eels there, which I find hard to believe because I've seen eels in every pool I've been to. This goat meat's turned a little bit the last few days, and I know eels don't like rotten meat, they like their food fresh, so that could be a factor. So I've put it down here in the Haki pool and we'll see what turns up. I know that big eel was here when it turned up this morning. I've pulled the Haki out, so we'll see if he turns up with this goat meat, and hopefully he'll bring his mates with him. The big eels on the big eels on the bait now, but I don't want to catch that one, so at least I think it's the big one. Quite a big one. We'll see if anything else turns up. Something's having a go at our bait. I don't know what the hell it is. Well, it's obviously an eel, but I don't know how big it is. Hopefully it's not that big one. Whatever it is, it feels pretty big. Yep, he's busted it off. No, he's let go. He straightened the hook out. It was pretty weighty. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a pretty big eel. I suspect that's the one I did not want to catch. Well, it's time for a bit of a mission downstream, I think. We need fresh bait for those eels. A couple came into that goat meat down in Haki Pool, but they weren't too serious. I think the meat's just a bit off and they're not really that keen. So we'll get into some fresh country, do a bit of trout fishing, a bit of eeling downstream. I've got the absolute best of the meat that's left over that I didn't eat. It's getting a little bit green, but it's still, I can eat it, just. So an eel should surely eat it. So we'll get down there, have a play around with the trout. I've got some nanny surprise flies for them, see how they go. And yeah, have a crack at it. Got the day ahead of us, so there's no panic, we'll just cruise. Surely we can find something somewhere. Well, there we have it. Fine selection of nanny surprise flies. You can have any colour you like, as long as it's black. We'll get it on and we'll see what happens. Well, we had a good trout chase our fly a few times there, but couldn't quite grab it. So I'm going to give him a rest and have a go on the way home there, just in case he saw me when he came into the shallows. So anyway, it's promising. We had a chaser, same place as we got the other one a couple of days ago. Ooh, there's an eel. Oh, I've just seen an eel coming. Oh, there's two eels. It's down in there. They're a bit reluctant to come up into the shallow water. I'll have to move my bait. The eel's just gone past my bait. I'm hoping he'll go back. He's going back now. Yeah. Right sun, eh? Eel on the bait now. Not sure if he's hooked or not. No. He's dropped it, just mouthing it, eh? It's back on it again. There's two of them playing with it right now. Oh, got me bloody bait. Get him away from the river. Bloody stick or something. Got yourself an eel. Yoo-hoo! It's a bloody ripper. Well, we finally got ourselves a good eel anyway. They were a bit shy today because it's a bright sunny day and they didn't really want to come into the shallow water where my bait was. I've only got quite a short bit of paracord, so I couldn't really get out too much deeper, but eventually hunger got the better of them and they crept in. Had a couple of goes at it, spat it out 2 or 3 times, must have felt the hook. Finally he hooked himself, so got him, yeah. Just got him tied up to a tree, letting him settle down a bit. I've cut the tip of his tail off. I don't know, there's all sorts of theories about what you do to kill an eel, but that's what I've been told. Donged him on the head and stuck my knife in him a few times, so no, he'll be good to go. Yeah, well, that's awesome. We've got to feed for the next, well, dinner and breakfast. I don't know, we might get 3 meals out of that. It's quite a big fish. So we'll get a focus now on our trout and be good to get one of those tomorrow. Well, we might have a go today, but it's not urgent now. It'd be good to get some fresh bait for that Haki, that's the thing. So I might do it. I've got one more pool to fish on the way back to camp that I've got to cross the river and try and access, so I might have a crack at that. I've seen a couple of trout today chase the fly but haven't actually grabbed it, so I'm not sure whether it's a time of day thing or they're just not quite active enough, you know. So I'll give that a bit of a fish, otherwise we might have a go this evening.
Right, this time around I've taken his fins off first. I'm going to whack the skin off this. Unfortunately, bloody knife's not very sharp. Such slimy bastards. Oh, bastard. Slight malfunction. Thank you. Tough bastard of a thing. Well, what a bloody mission that was. Bit of meat on that though. I think I'll lay it down and do like I did the other day. Oh, we're on. Oh shit. We lost it. Bugger. Oh well, we know there's one there. We'll have another go at him another time. I don't think he'll bite again now. Fucking bushes. Oh, we're on, we're on. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yes! Oh, look at that! The old bloody nanny surprise strikes again. Oh, far out! Far out! Good fish too. That's got to be 5 pound. Shit! He's a ripper. Absolute ripper. Look at the condition on it. Beautiful fat fish. Yeah. Well, we can't turn that down. Man. Whew.
Well, yet again, the old nanny surprise strikes again. That's amazing. I think there might have been 2 fish in that pool. One chased it at the start for about halfway up, and then managed to get a long cast right at the tail of the pool where I thought the better spot for a trout was, because that's where the currents converge. And sure enough, bang! A good scrap too. I mean, I got that eel this morning, but I wanted some fresh bait for the eel trap. Now I've got it. Now I've got more food than I know what to do with again. So I'm set for the next couple of days for tucker. I'll be able to go back to my probably lunchtime ration as well if I'm lucky. Far out though, they like that nanny surprise. Oh man, that is awesome. Whew. The old bush rider nanny surprise, I'm just stoked with that. I might do some more fishing maybe tomorrow. I'll see how it goes, and just catch and release just for a bit of a laugh. Oh, this is great fun. Yeehaw!
Well, here goes deployment 2 into the eddy. I still think it's sitting a bit high and they're going under it. It needs to be down lower on the bottom somehow. Oh, here's hoping. We've got it much lower in the water. Hopefully the eels will come into the eddy here, up this bank, and go in there. It's a bit deeper. Hopefully the wood will soak up some moisture too and settle a bit low overnight, so yeah, we'll see. Just one, please, just one.
Well, there's dinner. A plate full of fresh eel, big slabs of it. So yeah, I didn't have any lunch. I've got quite an appetite going, so I'm going to have a big feed tonight, big feed at breakfast tomorrow, and a big feed at lunch tomorrow. So I've got heaps of fish to burn through, which is awesome. I don't want to risk it spoiling, so I'm going to just get into it, make hay while the sun shines. So I've reset the, redeployed the Haki, slightly different location, same pool. Yep. Trying to get it down on the bottom more because I found the eels were going under it. I think that wood tends to float a little bit. Got fresh bait in there, so fingers crossed that something goes in tonight. Tried to make the trap hole a little bit wider. Thought that might have been putting them off, but I'm also thinking that big eel that was hanging around looked like he was guarding it. I've not seen them do that before, but I'm sure that's what it was doing. Might not have been letting the little ones get near the damn thing, so we'll see what happens in the morning. Yeah, another couple of days to go and then we're out of here. So tomorrow's plan at this stage, well, really depends on the weather a bit, but it's staying quite settled at the moment. But I might do a bit of a mission upstream to where we first crossed the river when we came in. Remember we saw those couple of nice trout? But I want to actually mark a track by laying a fern trail around a bluff just by camp and around the side of the hill up there, so it's quick and easy for me to get out and will reduce the need for me to make 2 river crossings, one of which is easy, one is a slippery sort of a place in amongst big boulders. So if I can do that, make the trip out easy on Tuesday morning, that'd be good, because I want to get away from here quite early.
Well, when I say early, I mean 7:30. So time I strip down camp and get away, it's going to be a couple of hours walking, maybe hour and a half, a couple of hours on the bike to get out. So I'm due out at 11, so don't want to be late. So that's the plan. We'll go up there, have a fish, play around. We might just, if we get a fish, we'll probably let it go, but it's good fun using that old nanny surprise on the old on the bush rod. It's good fun. Yeah, that was what the day brings. Go and check our Haki first thing at breakfast, I guess, just in case. You never know. I've got that one other big pool, actually the Haki pool. I've not fished with the trout rod, just below where the Haki is, so I'm sort of saving that. Guaranteed there's going to be 2 or 3 trout in that, so we'll have a crack at that the next couple of days as well, and just see what comes out of hiding. All going well. Oh, trip's awesome so far. Feeling good, motivated, optimistic, full belly most of the time. As I say, today's the first day I missed lunch, but still feeling pretty good. Wind's dropped off. Beautiful night. Just going to sit here by the fire now and enjoy my dinner before the mozzies come to pay a visit. The sizzle of dinner cooking. Big slabs of fish eels cooking in the fat of a mini rope. Carp bro, carp.